With winter seasons winding down and spring seasons picking up, it's a jam-packed weekend at West Point. We'll get things started with the winter sport as the Army West Point hockey team's got 4 games remaining in the regular season, 2 this weekend at home against Mercyhurst. The Black Knights currently sit in 8th place in Atlantic hockey, good enough for home ice in the first round, but they have their sights set on a higher seed as only a couple of points separate teams in the standings right now, as the Black Knights look to take 4 points from the Mercyhurst Lakers this weekend.
Just kind of focus on our game, and the process of the 4 remaining games will take care of themselves. If we do what we need to do to win games, and that's all the little things, then I like our chances. But certainly know that it's going to be a challenge, like I said, with Mercyhurst this weekend, and they beat us twice earlier this year. But I think that we're a different team, as I'm sure they are. But excited about the opportunity. You know, every weekend presents a new opportunity, and this is another great opportunity for us to play against a real good team.
Both the Army men's and women's lacrosse teams are in action this weekend at Mikey Stadium. The women's lacrosse team takes on Central Connecticut State as they look for their first victory in program history after coming off a good second half against Manhattan in their first game in program history last weekend.
It's good. We have to start somewhere, and I think that this is a great learning experience. We're going to learn from every game. We're going to learn a lot about ourselves this season. We're going to evolve drastically throughout the season. So, overall, really proud of our ladies for stepping out there and representing Army for the first time in women's lacrosse, and looking forward to moving on from here and improving and getting better.
The Army men's lacrosse team will take on Rutgers on Saturday and a quick turnaround on Sunday when they take on VMI. Rutgers and VMI are both teams that Army saw last year, defeating both of them. Army's going to look to build off their strong defensive performance against UMass and come away with 2 more victories this weekend.
I was really pleased to come away with a victory against UMass. I thought that our guys played extremely tough. I was very excited about the fact that when they knotted up 5-5 in the fourth quarter, our guys showed a lot of poise and really responded in scoring the next 4 to kind of win the game going away. So those are the 2 things that really stood out the most. And I would say the next thing that really pleases me about that victory is, and I think our players understand this too, is we feel like we can play a lot better too. So we've been at work in this early part of the week, just trying to improve ourselves and get ready for a great Rutgers team.
The Army Rifle team takes on the University of the Sciences this weekend in their NCAA qualifying match. The Black Knights are going to hope to have a good score because the score they post this weekend is going to get compared to other teams in the nation, and that's going to propel them hopefully to the NCAA tournament as a team. Also, individuals are going to be looking to qualify for the NCAA tournament as individual participants if the team's not able to qualify as a whole.
We just came off the victory at Navy, so I think everybody's So we just came off the victory at Navy, and I think everybody's kind of riding that wave. There's some things that we fell short on, and I think everybody identified those issues, and they're working real hard to correct those, get back into the game, and get ready for the NCAA qualifiers.
Both the Army men's and women's tennis teams return home this weekend as both are looking for big wins against multiple opponents this weekend, with both teams last weekend having some very strong showings, including the men's team down in Florida defeating FAU 4-3 and having a strong showing against a nationally ranked team in Miami.
Well, it's going to help us a lot. I already noticed after the Miami match, our guys thought, hey, we can play with these guys. So we got Minnesota in 2 weeks. They're top 30 in the nation at their house. It's going to be pretty interesting for us. So I think it's a great win for us this weekend. Even though Miami beat us, tremendous effort on our part, I thought.
I think the key with Rutgers will be the doubles. I think if we can, win the doubles point, we have a good chance. I mean, they're obviously very good, but doubles I think will be a key component of that. And then Fairleigh Dickinson has a pretty strong international lineup. And then Hartford has a solid team. They've been building up their programs the last couple of years. But we'll see what happens.
Teams on the road this weekend include the Army men's and women's basketball team down at Navy competing against the midshipmen, as well as the wrestling team also competing for a star down in Annapolis. And the Army softball team continues their 2-week-long road trip as they're out in California competing. That's going to do it for your weekend preview. For Night Vision, I'm Zack Daly.